We got Vikings, we got aliens. Stick around. Hi folks, Old Man Grognard here. Got you another Astonishing Swordsman module, and boy is this a good one. This is really a really good one. It's called The Seawolf's Daughter. This is by the man himself, Jeffrey P. Talanian, and this was published in 2019. It's about, and this is a big one. This is like 60 pages, and it really is an epic adventure. And this thing is for 4 to 6 PCs of levels 7 to 9, so you're getting like the middle to higher levels there. So what's going on? It really has a, well, I'll tell you in a minute. What happens is it takes place around the Brigands Bay, Vinland area, Bornheim. Even got a map in there. Oh, well, actually, let me show you what it looks like first. Okay, here we have it, The Seawolf's Daughter by Jeffrey P. Talanian. Beautiful book. Pretty hefty, too. It's got about a lot of pages in it, and the usual great 2-column goodness in here. It's got a lot of stuff in Hyperborea here for some areas you haven't explored yet. And also the great artwork, and everything's pretty much laid out. It's got a few notes for the GM, how to run certain things. And it is just a very handy book. This would be a good source book, too, for the world. And it's just, look at that, ain't that great? And a lot of good things, handouts, you know, the usual stuff in here. New monsters, handouts, things like that. And of course, some handouts, map in the back again. And that's the back of it. That is The Seawolf's Daughter. Take it away, Glenn. Okay, so you got an idea what it looks like. So anyway, it takes place around this area, Viking country. And it really feels like Vikings with long houses and you know, the boats and it's got a wonderful feeling. Anyway, there's this one guy who is called the Seawolf, and he is like the leader of this, he's a Jarl of one of the clans. And let's see if I can find him here. Ragnar the Seawolf. And, you know, he's pretty tough. He's an old guy, and, you know, he's getting ready to you know, he's still the chief, but he's like missing an eye, and he's got, he walks with a limp and stuff, but boy, can he still fight. Anyway, he's getting ready. He's getting ready to sit. I think he's getting ready to retire. I'm not sure about that, but he's got a daughter who was a shield maiden. And so his daughter gets kidnapped by his rival, Bjorn Blackbeard. And because he wants his kingdom, he wants it all, and you guys are tasked somehow, whatever the plot hook is, to go get her back. Bjorn Blackbeard's idea is to marry her and to take over his kingdom and merge it with whoever is, him and his blackguards. And that's how it starts. That's, you know, it's a basic rescue the princess thing, only she's a real tough princess. But here's the thing. You somehow sneak into his lair or whatever, you know, his holding, his steading, his thing like that. And they kind of leave it to the PC's devices how they get in there. Mostly they're talking about, like, you know, we want to join your clan type of thing. We're mercenaries. We want to join you. You know, we want to help it, you know, with this. And so you get in there on the day of the wedding, and he's getting ready. He's sitting up there on his throne. He's getting ready to marry her. And he says, go get her. And the guy comes back. She's gone. He says, what do you mean she's gone? You, and you guys, you know, pointing to the PCs, you know, go find her, or however you want to do it. Anyway, you track her down. And she has, like, fought off these beasts. It's got night gaunts in it. Let me put it that way if you're familiar with Lovecraft. And she's like bandaging her wounds, and if you give her the right thing, her father gave you this piece of iron to give her that turns into a weapon for her if she takes it, and so that means you're up and up, on the up and up. And she says, tell my father, go home. I'm sorry, I'll be home until I find these, because she's looking for who killed her mother. She says, I'm glad. Basically, she says, I'm glad he kidnapped me because now I'm close to finding my mother. So then it turns into, if you help her, of course, you track her down to this area cave with a whole bunch of night gaunts and a night gaunt mother who is really, really tough. And this one thing, moat, whatever they call it, this black ball, and it is very, very fragile. And in the fight, it breaks and sucks everyone in, whoever's around, to the area to Sharath, which is like on the edge of before the sea falls off. It's right there on the edge. And all of a sudden it turns into something kind of cosmic. It's got night gaunts, it's got these creatures, and these creatures are trying to do something. I'm not going to give it too much away, but it's a really good, exciting adventure, and it's kind of a, like he says at the end, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't thing. I can see how it could be solved to someone's satisfaction, but it could be a Pyrrhic victory, it could be something like that. But it's a really good, meaty adventure. Once you get to Sarath, it really gets dangerous. You got to get into this giant monolith space thing and computers and all this. I mean, and it's alien technology, which is what I love. Because if you're going to do science fiction, it better not look like the bridge of the Starship Enterprise, and it better not look like an X-Wing. To me, it's got to look weird, alien, incomprehensible, which this thing does in spades. That's why I like it one of the reasons I like it so much. And it plays like the old Conan comic books crossed with, say, Thor when he goes out in space in the comic books, crossed with Kirby's New Gods. And I could see Jack Kirby doing this story, writing the story, Lee and Kirby doing the story. And so it's got that kind of, and it just feels like a really, they could really do something. You could really do something. It goes from epic to almost cosmic. And for not being a high level adventure, it does it really well. Because, these are the kind of things I look at it for D&D. It's like, I know Hyperborea only goes up to level 12. So 7 to 9 is kind of high, but it's not like up here with D&D. This is the for 18th to 20th level characters and all that kind of stuff. But it'll give you the run for your money. If you don't pay attention and you don't watch yourself, your characters will die. I've never seen so many Saber dies this side of the Tomb of Horrors. So, anyway, it's called, like I said, it's called The Sea Wolf's Daughter. You can get it. There it is. Boom. Sea Wolf's Daughter. Yeah, there. And you can get it. And of course, the print version, you go to the Northwind Adventures website. It's about $26. Worth it. And the PDF for $10 over DriveThruRPG. I'll have all this stuff down there. So that's my review of The Sea Wolf's Daughter. Go get it and love it. And if you like this, go ahead, down there, like, subscribe, and ring the bell, as they say. So until I see you folks next time, bye-bye.